This is the Klopp KCS-60 Coin Counting Scale. It's used for weighing your coins or tokens and getting your total amount and total dollar amount of whichever it is you're weighing. It comes pre-programmed for dollar coins. Those are standard circulating dollars, not Morgan, not Eisenhower, just the regular circulating dollar coins. 50-cent pieces, again, standard circulating 50-cent pieces. Quarters, nickels, pennies, and dimes. There are 3 empty buttons as well as a button marked as token. Those 4 can be reprogrammed for whatever token or other type of coin or other type of object you may wish to weigh. When you first use the scale, turn the machine on. It'll go through a countdown. Then when it's done, you can choose which denomination of coin you want to weigh. Let's say I want to weigh some quarters. All right. Now, this is a coin scoop that we sell. It's in addition to the scale itself. It's an add-on. Okay. Now, if I was to use this, you can use this. You can use any other type of bucket or bag or anything you want. But the first thing you want to do is put your empty container on the scale. As you notice, the weight of that is going to register. So what I need to do is zero out the weight of that. So I hit this T button for tare. It zeroes out the weight of that container. Now I am ready to weigh coins. So I got it set for quarters. Put my quarters on there. 120 quarters, $30. All right. Now if I want to move on to nickels, I tap the nickel button. Put my nickels on there. I have 119 nickels. All right. And I have my pennies. So I tap the penny button. Put those on there. I have 150 pennies. All right, let's say I want to do my dimes. I tap the dime button, put my dimes on there. I have 149 dimes. All right, that is as easy as it gets. Again, this is a 60-pound scale. We recommend the maximum weight you put on here is $1,000 worth of quarters, which is 4,000 total quarters. Now that weighs about 54 pounds, so there's a little bit of leeway, but we recommend keeping it to that limit of 4,000 quarters, $1,000 worth of quarters, simply because if you overload the load cell inside, it's very sensitive. If you overload it, you can damage it, and then you're pretty much going to replace the machine. So you want to make sure when you're using the machine, you don't go over the weight limit. All right. So that's basically it for that. Now, if you're using this and you want to use a different, let's say you wanted to use one container for your quarters, but you want to use another container for your nickels. Okay. Well, as you can see, the scoop is heavier than this cup. So I need to zero out the weight of this cup. You notice it's not even registering because it's much lighter. So if I hit the T button for tare, it'll zero out the weight of that cup, and now I can keep going. Another way to zero out the weight of your container is if you have a container and you're going to use the exact same container all the time, no matter what, and you're not changing. If you put the container on with the machine off, okay, when you first go to run your coins, you put the empty container onto the turned off machine. Then when you turn it on, it does its countdown. It would also automatically zero out the weight of the container. Right? And so then you start at zero. Again, if you're going to be switching containers back and forth, you can put the new one on, hit the T button, it should zero it out. If for some reason, when you put the lighter container on and you hit the tare button, if for some reason it doesn't tare like that, turn it off for a couple of seconds and then turn it back on. And once it does the countdown, it'll zero out the weight of that. Quite often that happens like I just did. I put the one bucket on there empty and then switch it to another empty bucket immediately thereafter, and that's usually when that happens. But if it does, you just turn it off, turn it back on, it'll zero out automatically. All right, that's pretty much the basics you need to know for actually using the machine. When you get the machine, it will come with a booklet that the manufacturer created that has a bunch of information in it. We created our own kind of not cheat sheet, but instructions for how to use the machine. Okay, there's 2 pages: operation guide, using the memory function, and establishing unit weight. This is where you can use this to program different keys. And then if you did purchase the optional printer, there's a guide for using the printer. Okay. Now the optional printer, okay, it's battery operated. If you hold the button down here, it turns on. Hold the button down again, turns off. Okay. It comes with a charging cable. Okay. You can plug that into the wall to charge the unit overnight, or you can plug it into a USB to charge it, either way. Now you don't operate it with this plugged in. This is only for charging. So you plug it in overnight to charge it. Then when you're ready to use it, you unplug this and then just use it standalone. All right. And it also comes with a data cable that plugs into the side of the machine with a 9-pin connector and then into the side of the printer. Okay. And it's plug and play. So you just plug it in, turn everything on, and when you're ready to go, you can print. All right. Then the scale itself does also come with a charging cable. It's wall charge only. And again, it has an internal rechargeable battery. So you only plug the charger in to charge it overnight. You don't run the machine with it plugged into the wall. You plug it in to charge it and then unplug it while you're using it during the day. All right. The printer also comes with a case that it goes into. It's got a little gap here, so you could actually, if you wanted to, leave the printer in the case and just use it, that way. It also comes with a starter roll of thermal tape. There's 2 1/4 inches wide, thermal register tape. All right. You can also, if you want, get an optional carrying case. Okay. Now the carrying case has openings for the scale. So if you want to use the carrying case, the scale goes in here like this. Okay. And when you're using the carrying case, you want to pull the tray off the top, flip it upside down, and put it on top. That prevents these posts from unnecessarily pushing down or bouncing up and down on the load cell inside, which could damage the load cell. So you want to do that before you transport the case. It also has these pockets on the sides. There's a carrying strap that comes with the case. There's keys for locking it. Okay. And also your printer could fit down inside, one of the holes. You can put your cables in, your extra thermal paper, close it up. Okay, and then you're ready to go. All right. Now, obviously, the scoop, if you were to get the scoop or whatever kind of bucket or cup or anything that you're using, would not fit into the case, so you would have to carry that separately. But overall, the case will come in very handy if you're transporting from location to location. All right, so that is the KCS-60 Coin Counting Scale in a nutshell. And if you have any other questions, you can always give us a call. If you wish to place your order, we're available Monday to Friday. Thank you very much.